Last November, CNN aired these images, humans allegedly being sold into slavery for as little as $400 in Libya.
It is a crime against humanity. It is also one of the biggest money-making trafficking schemes, which feeds the most serious crimes and some terrorist networks.
The modern slave trade in Libya is driven by the ongoing migrant crisis. It's impossible to say how many people have been sold into slavery, but vulnerable African migrants making their way north toward Europe often rely on shadowy middlemen and criminal human traffickers.
If your agent do not pay the driver will take you to these Nigerians and sell you to them.
The African Union has vowed to fight the slave trade, and Libyan officials have pledged to return those sold into slavery to their home countries.
The ministry expresses its rejection and denunciation of such inhumane practices, which are contrary to the culture and heritage of the Libyan people.
But Libya and other African countries have limited means to fight the slave trade, especially in largely lawless areas controlled by local militias. The UN has returned more than 13,000 migrants to their home countries since 2015 and has enacted a so-called Libya Action Plan to bring political stability to the North African nation. But many analysts say the international community must play a bigger role. Nia Kute is a longtime Africa analyst.
When we talk about the international community, we are talking about the United States and the Europeans. They are the 800-pound gorilla in the room. And so if the US and the Europeans wanted something good to happen, it will happen.
Akute says Europe must take in more migrants.
Europe also has a terrible record in Africa, from the slave trade to colonization to apartheid to settler regimes. Europe has been exploiting Africa for 600 years. So as an African, my argument is, how dare they say a few Africans can come there?
To truly stop the slave trade and the migrant crisis, many experts say something must be done to address the root causes of migration, including poverty, a lack of security, and political instability. Jim Spellman, CGTN, Washington.